So to continue on here. So let's get back to what people want to know, right? Okay. So the real way of doing it, to my knowledge, is you need to give as much value to other people around you as possible. As possible, and only value, only positive things. That's it. And the reason you do that, because you've heard that before, but then, oh, it doesn't work because they hate me for no reason. But I'll tell you this. The reason being is because as you do that and you become known, your reputation becomes known for telling the truth to people. Like if they're doing something wrong, you're actually telling them that listen, bro, it's holding you back that you're doing that. And I'm telling you that because I'm noticing it, and this is what it is. Because even you telling someone that is positive, because you're helping that person if it's genuine, right? And if it's genuine or not. You already know that. It's inside of each and every one of us knows right from wrong. And so if you begin to become that guide for other people, and this person needs something, or this person, they're socially anxious or something, and you start lifting that person up in the ways that you know how. If you don't know, look up, find more ways. Do things, go out of your way for people, and people will go out of their way for you. Because okay, I'm beating around the bush here. You're constructing, by giving, you're constructing your castle. You're building your reality. And every time you give positive, you're living in a positive world. That's what it is. And so next thing you know, that person who had social anxiety, they become a motivational speaker, and they have a million, like they blow up, like they achieve their dreams, what God has planted them on this earth to do, and you help them do that. And so now you have value, because this guy remembers you when he had nothing. And inside of you, you'll have already become a good person. And so you're not looking to take advantage of them. So now it's blessings, 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 and then random sources, because God is real too. And so blessings from there. And then you, with your endeavors, your own personal things, well, you know what? I love playing video games. So I became a streamer, and I just started streaming for fun. Now all of a sudden 100,000 views. Now, and then, I started working at my job. I was training all these people and giving them real advice. I was really letting them know what's up, and like actually training them and not being rude to them and not trying to be their boss, not trying to step on people to become a supervisor, like all this kind of stuff. And you become this person that the Bible has given you the blueprint of who to become. And your goal is to be as close to Jesus Christ as possible, like literally become him. And now, obviously, no one is the perfect, because we all make mistakes and we all fail. And that's normal. You're supposed to. Because from that, you learn. And because you'll never stop making mistakes, you'll never run out of something to rise to. That's infinity. You will never be in your perfected state, because you'll rise forever. You're going to become even more perfect forever, for infinity. And that's what this is all leading up to. That's what this is all leading you up to, is literally, this is the science behind why Jesus told you to do all these things. That makes you go like, well, why would I do that? When these guys, they constantly hate me. They constantly threaten me. They constantly, beat me up. They constantly rock. Because those people don't last. They don't last. Because they're creating destruction, hate, and all this stuff. That's their reality. But you'll be creating a world you want to live in. And because you planted so many good seeds and all of this, by the time the harvest came, God doubled it from an unexpected source. And that's the whole point of believing, is because No one's saying believe because, oh, we're going to explain it through science. God created science. God created the trivium. God created the quadrivium, and he's outside of it. He created more than what we even know now. Like, you could be the person that puts all these pieces together and goes, no, but you guys are missing it. You guys are missing this because you see something that no one else sees. Right? And that's what I mean. That's what makes you unique. Unique. Right? And that's what, that's what it's all about. And it's not all about you winning. It's not all about you being rich and famous and loved by everyone. No. It's about you seeing that, the child of an orphan walk across the graduation stage and become a doctor and someone intelligent and and a beautiful life and a beautiful thing. And you get to see that. You get to see that in someone else, and you thank God that you got to be a part of it and that you got to see that it was possible. It might not have been possible for other people who constantly put everybody down and constantly do that, but you got to see it. And money can't buy that. And that's what I'm saying. That's the stuff that people make a movie off of and then make hundreds of millions. See, God gives you gifts and he gives you treasures that are hidden. What's the quote? I will give you hidden treasures, riches stored in secret places. And that's what I mean. Is the secret place, does that mean you get a shovel and start digging? No, man. It means you start following him. Now, how do you follow him? Does he have footprints in the sand? No. He says, follow me the way I act, the way I behave, the inside. Greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. Remember what the trivium was teaching you? Your thoughts. Block the outside from coming in and let the inside come out. And that's how you're doing it. And then you'll find hidden talents within you. You didn't know you were good at this. You didn't know you were good at that. You didn't know, and you're naturally good. And you're blessed. You're blessed. You're gifted. You're all this stuff, and then your whole world changes. Everything changes, man. And if you ever think, well, I'm too far gone, I mean, literally open your Bible, man, and read about any person in there that was a prophet. Look at any of the modern day saints. They didn't have perfect lives. Look at the tragedy. Look at the mistakes. Look at the mistakes they made. Most people don't come back from them, right? And that's true. But with Jesus Christ, nothing comes against God and prospers. And if you have God within you, who is Jesus Christ, nothing can overcome you. Of course, he'll discipline you and stuff and correct your mistakes. But that's in order to get you where you need to go. And so once you instill this being and this blueprint of Jesus Christ into your life, that's who you're trying to build. That's what you're trying to build within you, is eternity. And that's what it is. Be fruitful, multiply, do stuff like that. Be happy, be joyful, rejoice in other people's successes. And then I'm telling you, yours are doubled. Because their success is your success, and your success is their success. And this is what I mean is, like, you create a world around you by building it block by block, brick by brick, day by day, thought by thought, action by action. And it's its own reward. That's what that means. Righteousness is its own reward. That's what it means. It's because you're literally building your blessings in front of you. But, and that's why, it's okay to go into it thinking like, oh, I want to get rich. Oh, I want to get famous. Oh, I want to get this, because everyone does that, man. In the back of everyone's minds, everyone's thinking the same thing, right? But it's who you become on the way. That's why God says, come as you are. Come as you are. I don't care if you're a witch. I don't care what, you hate everyone. You're counted out. It doesn't matter. You're in prison. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. because he will get you out of it. He will change you. He will change you into who he needs you to be. And there's a place for everyone. There's a place for everyone, and everyone is going to be great. And so when you start giving that around, you can't not be great. And so that's the real blessing of the trivium, is that, and applying it, and the quadrivium, all of it put into place, is literally an understanding of the universe, and it leads you to God by following the trail, putting the pieces of the puzzle together, and then utilizing it for good. And you'll be blessed. And that's how it is. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this one, man. I'll probably make more videos in the future. Like, I don't know, until someone specifies, like, what about this? What about that? I'm not going to know, right? And so I'd like it for people to start saying, what about this? What about that? How do I apply it like this? Or this is my situation. How do I do this? Stuff like that. And I'll help you the best I can for free. I'm not charging money. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that's to the best of my knowledge, right? And I'm not going to say I'm the Library of Alexandria, right? But I'll try, man. And I'll research. I'll do it. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. So God bless you guys, man.